You know what it is, Bill? You know how everybody has read a novel before or watched a whole TV series, or for some of you played a video game, and within that novel or TV series or movie or video game, there's a universe. They actually call it universe building. So let's say in Harry Potter, in that universe, there are muggles and there are wizards, right? Within that universe, there's a place called Hogwarts, but there's also the mundane world as well, right? So there's all these kind of rules and regulations and pieces that fill in a universe. And within that universe, there are struggles and there are solutions, all within the universe. Each of our bodies is that exact same thing. We are an entire universe. Each life is an entire universe. And one day this occurred to me, and it was another one of those moments, you know, the angels showed up and the lightnings and the unicorns, and right? And this is kind of the way I see things, is in these big picture ideas. And I realized inside my body, inside my mind, and the way I perceive the world is my entire universe with all of its rules that are governed by how I feel about all the things that come in through all of my senses, right? So I might perceive a threat like a potato bug, these disgusting bugs that look like a bee and cricket legs. Like, to me, that is world ending. Like, that's the apocalypse. But to someone else, that is beautiful. That is ultimate beauty. And they might paint pictures of it and or worship it. You know, it could become their God. Do you see what I mean? Like, I realized in that moment that every part of the universe is through my perception, my perspective, and that perspective is based on how I feel about it. So it creates my universe. So you, Bill McKenna, are in my universe. You play a role. How I feel about you, how I perceive you, is the truth in my story. And I'm in your universe. And how you perceive me is the truth in your universe. And I'm married, so I'm in my husband's universe. I'm a part of it. And how he sees me is the truth in his story, in his novel, in his movie, in his universe, right? So each of us then has this tremendous ability to rewrite the universe. And when we do, when we rewrite it through changing the way we receive the information and then put it back out, how we perceive it, we get to change the whole storyline. And that's why that was that moment of like, oh my God, that's why if I change me and how I feel about Bill McKenna becomes different. I've written a new story about how I receive and perceive that information. And then that's what happens in my life. And, you know, I remember that day very clearly, the rumination on it, the understanding of how that works, and then the implications are I can change anything within that universe if I know how to rewrite the code, basically. And that's what we do with the thing we now call Cognomovement. We know how to access the code through what everybody else calls like a subconscious, what we call the inputs of the nervous system. We know how to make the adjustments that then change all those inputs and outputs. And then each of us individually and collectively changes the universe. To me, and I know this might seem blasphemous to some people, that feels like the power of God. And I heard a pastor today quoting a scripture about how Jesus at one point said, "Don't ye know that ye are gods?" And I don't remember hearing that, you know, when I was growing up in religion, but
you don't remember that?
I don't remember, but today it struck me. This is how, if we are creating and writing our own universe from within these physical bodies that we inhabit right now, We literally are. And this is where I kind of started this story, Bill. For me, it was, you're the voice of God for the cells. But then that becomes more than that. If you're the voice of God for your own cells, you become the voice of God for your own literal universe. And to me, that is what is the ultimate importance of the work that we do. We know how to make those adjustments. And because we do, everything is adjustable. Physical bodies are absolutely adjustable now. We have a practitioner who came to us with so many broken things in her body. And as she adjusted how she felt about each of them and all the things that related to them in her life, finances, relationship, family, as she addressed how she felt about them and changed the feeling, rewrote the code, her body healed miraculously. Only, to me, it's like ultimate magic, but it's very, very physical, very explainable, very repeatable, all of that. But as she adjusted all the emotions, all the feelings, all the pieces that write her universe changed ultimately. So as her body healed, her finances changed. As her body healed even more, the way she worked changed. As her body healed even more, the people, the friends, the new relationships, the new career changed. And today she's living a life she could only have dreamt of. Actually, that's not even true. She couldn't even dream this life from the point that her body was broken. And neither could I. I couldn't even dream the things that we have that have happened now. I couldn't see them. They were so far out of the script of my universe that was being held in place by frustration. So once that's gone, what you actually have access to is bigger than a life you could dream with that script in place. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone else but me, but to me, it's like, it's everything. Hey, it's Liz. If this helped you in some way or you learned something, please like and subscribe and share this with someone else who might need it today.